The harsh November winds beat upon the window of Karkat's apartment in Seattle. Karkat sat on his bed, curled up in his blanket, in an attempt to keep warm. With only his blanket comforting him, Karkat began to feel the loneliness sink in. "Why do I feel like this?" he muttered to himself quietly as he tightened his grip around himself. Suddenly, bursting through the wall, Equius appears, ripping off his singlet and screaming, "Karkat, I love you. Let us become matesprits," he roared as he lifted Karkat into the air. "What the fuck?" Karkat yells in confusion. What about Nepeta?" Equius lowers Karkat onto the bed and then looks out into the distance. "Things change, Karkat," he explained in a sad and empty tone. Okay then," said Karkat, who was completely confused. Karkat was at ease with the idea of being matesprits with Equius. He was just having troubles comprehending the situation. "Good. Now that we are matesprits, there's something we must do," Equius explained as he stared into Karkat's eyes. "What would that be?" Karkat nervously muttered. "We must kill Nepeta," Equius explained. "What? Why the fuck would you do that?" Karkat yelled in confusion. "I suppose there's no use hiding it anymore," said Equius looking down. "You see, I am actually Eridan," explained Eridan as he ripped off the mask of Equius. "What the fuck?" Karkat shrieked. "Quickly, put these on," said Eridan as he handed Karkat Solix's clothes. Okay," said Karkat as he began to put on Solix's clothes. "Now, let's go," said Eridan as he and Karkat walked outside onto the street. Eridan points to a car parked by Karkat's fence. "You get in the front passenger seat. I just need to grab something from the boot," explained Eridan as he walked over and opened the boot. Karkat did as Eridan said, for he was afraid of what would happen if he didn't. Karkat sat down in the front passenger seat, and suddenly hears a gun cock. "Why, hello there, car kitty," says Nepeta, who was sitting in the driver's seat. She slowly raises a gun to Karkat's head as she pulls out a cigar. "You didn't think that I'd find out?" she says as she places the cigar in her mouth. Karkat quickly turns to see where Eridan had gone. Eridan stood by the boot with a sad look on his face. "I'm sorry, Karkat. She was going to kill me," Eridan explained in a sad tone. "Equius, take that fucking mask off and light my cigar," Nepeta roars violently. Eridan reaches up and pulls off a mask, revealing himself to actually be Equius. Yes, ma'am," Equius stutters in fear as he runs over to the driver's door and lights Nepeta's cigar through the window. What do you want from me?" Karkat muttered in fear. "You know very fucking well what I want. Where's Vriska?" Nepeta violently hissed. "How the fuck should I know?" yelled Karkat. "Don't play dumb," yells Nepeta as she shoots Karkat in the leg. "Ah!" Karkat screams in pain. "Tell me where Vriska is," Nepeta violently yells. "I don't fucking know. In her hive, maybe?" Karkat yells in pain and fear. "No. She's already here," Nepeta says in a serious tone. Nepeta quickly turns and shoots Equius in the shoulder. "How did you know it was me?" says Equius as he drops to the ground, causing his mask to fall off, revealing himself to actually be Vriska. Nepeta steps out of the car, still holding the gun to Vriska. "Because I am Equius," yells Equius as his massive form bursts out from Nepeta. "Impossible," Vriska exclaimed. Karkat stared in confusion, holding his leg in an attempt to stop the bleeding. "Karkat, run now," explained Equius as he pulled out what appeared to be a lighter. "Fucking gladly," yells Karkat as he quickly gets out of the car. "I've got school tomorrow anyway," he continues. "Yes, education is important. Now go! Be free! Yells Equius as he lights himself on fire and begins to shoot Vriska repeatedly. Carcat! Equius screams loudly. I love you. Carcat runs back into his apartment without any care. Carcat quickly enters his room and tries to get back to bed. What the fuck? Carcat yells when he finds Equius, Nepeta, and Vriska all sitting in his bed wearing lingerie. Carcat stared in complete awe at the three. Equius wore a lacy white gown, Vriska a tight nurse outfit, and Nepeta a see-through business suit and a cowboy hat. Come to bed, darling, whispered Equius seductively as Nepeta and Vriska began to make out. Nope, yelled Carcat as he slammed the door of his bedroom and curled up in a ball in the hallway. Equius strongly kicked open the door, with Nepeta and Vriska under each arm. Leave me alone, cried Carcat. Fine, but there's something we must tell you first, murmured Equius. What? Whimpered Carcat. You're in, said Vriska. Purgatory, continued Nepeta as she snapped her head back. I wouldn't be surprised. Now just leave me alone, said Carcat. If that is what you wish, said Equius as he jumped through the roof and flew into the heavens with Nepeta and Vriska. Carcat finally began to nod off to sleep, when suddenly, a voice echoed through the darkness. KK. KK! Wake up! Yelled Solix, who was standing over Carcat. Carcat opened his eyes to find himself lying in the front yard, naked. Have you been eating cinnamon before you go to sleep again? I told you that gives you hallucinogenic dreams, Solix explained. Yeah, I think I did, groaned Carcat as he stood up. Well, go inside and make yourself decent, suggested Solix. Yeah, thanks, man, said Carcat as he walked back inside his apartment. Solix stood there as his face began to peel back, revealing the corner of Equius' glasses!